Hi guys again, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about T26e3 Eagle 7. Is this tank good? Is this tank bad? I just made a choice. We're not looking this tank right there because you don't have this tank doesn't have sandbag armor, but we're looking at the armor. The armor is practically the same. So don't calculate this armor. You don't have this equipment, but you have the supercharger, and as you see, you have the supercharger that boosts everything in your tank. So very 31 miles an hour in rear. Okay, very honest. So is this tank good? Is this tank bad? Depends on how you like to play. I personally, and you will see one of the another very great battle with this tank. You will see that I personally enjoy this tank. It's very good. His gun is very look the reload time 640 and here shows you 640, okay. And this tank can be very good in certain types of situation, but awful in the others. But as a medium tank, this tank for me is above a lot of other medium tanks. First motivation, it's probably the armor of this tank that brings this tank. You know, the armor of this tank, you could say, at tier 8s don't work. But which medium tank armor works at tier 10? No one. Honestly, no one. As you see, but if you see the the armor against tier 6s can actually work. Can actually work. Even if you're not on a hold down position, the armor isn't so bad. Isn't so bad for T6s. You can actually go like this and troll tier 6s, just wiggling your tank, and they will bounce your shots. So against tier 6s, you can actually bounce a lot of shells with this tank. Not here in the cupola, maybe not here, maybe not there, but the hull isn't bad, honestly. Isn't bad. But when you're going a hold down position, the hull becomes a little bit stronger. But the problem isn't the hull, it's the turret. The turret is so damn good. Even the only weak point is probably this part of the tank. But and this makes when you angle your tank, your armor, you don't have any armor. But look the spaced armor on the gun mantlet. Very solid and very great. Let's compare this with his little brother, the T26e3. This tank is actually paper. Respect the other one. This tank doesn't have any armor. It's quite paper. Even tier 6 is pen is hull, and it doesn't have the best gun on the market. Yeah, it has a very solid gun with a very high DPM. Respect this one, you have like 800 DPM plus. But for me, in World of Tanks is much more important the damage per shell respect the DPM. Because the DPM you have to continually to shoot, but with the damage per shell you can have to reload and shoot to your tank. So is the, how can which this tank is worth it? In my opinion, yes. You can actually grab it like free. It's a very solid medium tank. In if you manage to go in a hold down, it's very great. This armor can work. The gun is very great. The accuracy isn't the best, but you can actually improve it to make a little bit better. Or you can actually improve the dispersion. Look, the dispersion is good on this tank. You can actually improve how this tank turns or the power weight ratio. I suggest the power weight ratio because this tank turns so damn fast. Look how it turns so damn fast with it 80 degrees per second. So fast. You don't need all this. With improved assembly, you can with this one you can actually improve your turret armor to make it a little bit stronger. Honestly, I think I put the other one. I put it in caged armor to improve its turret armor and its efficiency. So, talking about the pros and cons of this tank. The cons is probably the DPM of this tank is very rubbish, but as I told you, DPM isn't everything. Maybe the reload time it's bad. The forward speed is bad. Yeah, really, the forward speed is bad, and this tank is huge. For being a medium tank, it's huge. It's not a Panther. It's not a Panther M10. Doesn't have all the good DPM, good gun that the Panther M10 brings, and the Panther brings. This tank is huge. It's very huge for being a medium tank, honestly. And this for me are the worst weak points of this tank. The worst of all is the forward speed. The forward speed is an absolute nightmare, and the DPM. DPM are the worst thing that this tank can have, honestly. So yes. But you will see a very great battle with this tank against tier 6s. They had like a Smasher and Tiger ones, and we have Tiger P and a Smasher, so the battle will be probably balanced only if there wasn't a TD. So with tanks we have a superiority, and yes, we have the superiority of the tank. So let's get it show on the road, and I wanted to pick up the hold down position. As you see, the premium, the consumable. Look how fast the tank turns. Look, it's like a car or something. Turn like, say, 67 degrees per second. And as you see, the team practically leaves me alone here, or I leave alone my team. But it doesn't matter. You will see that tier 6s will probably have some troubles to open my frontal armor. As it's 248, having a 90mm on a medium tank is great, honestly. It's like the Dracula. Dracula doesn't have the best DPM, but Dracula has a very great damage per shot, so it brings more damage for that tank. As you see, the gun depression is very awesome. The gun punches hard for being a medium tank. And in this hold down position, this tank is very strong. Look how the gun depression is. Look how the gun depression is on this tank. I wanted to push that medium, but I saw the TD. And here I pushed the medium. As you see, the bounce from that tank was probably my hull armor. And look how difficult for him will be to penetrate my tank and to surround me. You cannot surround this tank because this tank turns so fast and it punches very hard. Even if I don't have the DPM, my damage per shot, the enemy sees my damage per shot. As you see, the heavy side will be lost, and we lose like our heavies. Very bad situation losing your heavies. And I wanted to go to the city to rescue my heavies as soon as possible. We pushed right their mediums and their TD without losing any tank, but we lost our Tiger P and we lose our Smasher if we don't arrive in time. No, our Smasher it was following us. Look at the damage, and even if on the paper is bad the accuracy, look how very good and nice the accuracy is on this. And maybe in this battle we had like luck on this battle, but look how the accuracy is great on this tank. Very solid. This tank is very great in my opinion. Look how the KB2 as troubles to pen us even with gold shells on the KV2. He surrendered because he couldn't make anything against my super tank. And look out now, I'm punching hard the Tiger one. And that now I change the tank and I will shoot to the smasher. One shot right in the smasher hole. Another one. It penetrates the red part of the smasher. I don't even know why how that shell penetrated. So the red part of the smasher, you see, it's red. You cannot penetrate. This tank penetrated. So okay, very good, very fine. And now I want to help my ally Rudolph with against this German heavy tank. Enemy armor is damaged, and yes, I shoot at this Tiger one. This Tiger one probably has troubles to shoot at us. I loaded the gold ammo and shoot through this tank. Look at this smasher had unluck to didn't even penetrate us. And look how we'll troll this smasher here with our super great turning speed. And we'll just face our turret to him. He bounced us with a gold ammo. And we practically finished this tank off. Just shooting on here. 6 kills with this tank. Probably I would be happier to have the 7 kills. But this mastery is awesome on this tank. It's not a power creeper tank as an annihilator or a smasher, but look the damage. I made like more than 50% of the damage of my team. The KV4 went 0, the VK went 0, Tiger P just put 2 shells, like the ARL, 8 shells and 2 shells from the smasher, and we made the job, guys. Look out, there weren't even the greatest player here. Look, they were all only for a part of this one. They were all under the 40%, the 50%, and look at how the enemy team actually was better respect than mine. But keep in mind, yeah, they were all below. Look at 36%. I'm sorry for that guy. Look, in this, I was probably the best of my team, but this isn't talking about me. It's talking about this super. It's not a super tank because it's not overpowered. Its weak points such as low DPM and probably weak side armor. But the all armor is extremely great on the side and 50 on the rear. Probably its major weak point is the damage per minute and maybe the accuracy on the move. But as you see, accuracy move you can actually work out. The biggest drawback is the damage per minute of this tank, but in that situation, okay, was a drawback. But in other situation, I'd prefer to have damage per shot, respect damage per minute. Because if you have like a damage per minute gun, you see that your average damage is very low. And in some others, to balance that, your penetration goes lower. So maybe packing a good damage gun on medium tank could actually work. I think that that tank gun is actually better respect the Dracula, but the Dracula has that super awesome speed and the gold ammo. Yes, gold ammo is a good bad point and a good point. A good point is it is actually an armor piercing round. The bad point is penetration, only through 100. Like the Tiger one with its normal gun penetrates more than this tank with gold ammo. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, put a like. If you didn't, put a dislike. This is a review of this tank. It's like 5 days on the addiction. If you want, I make the review of the M60. Even if you don't have it right now, I will not buy the tank. A review on the Panzer 2J could be probably good. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, put a like. If you don't, put a dislike. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.